So trapped inside a matrix. Hello, good morning, Dragonfly 17. Trapped inside a matrix. And if you've been looking at this channel, the past few videos, they are kind of rather strange. They are. I admit it. They're really kind of strange. I don't really like those new glasses. I've had them for 2 years and I won't wear them. This is strange. I just don't like how they feel on my head. I don't feel comfortable in them. I feel somewhat comfortable in these, trapped inside the matrix. We really could be trapped in one. Good morning. Christine Mott, honey, they did you right. They gave you a notification. Hello, Applebrooks, honey. Good morning, everyone. There we go. So, there's lots of things. I just typed in trapped inside a matrix. So that's what I felt like when I began to think about this world and what's on, like the internet, like this, what's on, what we see with our physical eyes. It's not what we see with, people around us. Now it could be, but when you turn on any electronic device, you don't know what you're looking at, really. In all reality, we really don't know what we're looking at. What's really strange is it started. Okay, let me show you what it started with, you all, if you're just tuning in. It started with this for me. It's really like set at home. This was 9 days ago. 9 days ago, we got this footage from the World Economic Forum of this premiere, which, the WEF has an office in China too, but still, look at that. How can that be when the background is normal? Really think about it. The background is normal, but the face is scrambled and it looks really bad. It looks really, really bad. But if you look inside this section, there could be something in there. There could be, if that's like the inside of it. And this and that. So it started with this. If you haven't seen this, go check it out, you all. I think they stopped the traffic flow to it. I really do. The traffic flow has more or less drastically been stopped to this 9 days ago. And then, 7 days ago, why was there a cube showing up on this guy's head? This is when Benjamin Netanyahu, Prime Minister, was going to some meeting. He wants to do some kind of reshuffling, but throughout this video, even though it wasn't really good graphics, there was some really strange anomalies. He had like a gray hand, a gray robotic looking hand. A lot of the times they're walking up the stairs, they go into a room. And then you have Putin. Look at his eye. It wasn't normal. He was standing on a stage way in the front. And it looks like he's got some kind of reptilian eye or something else way in the front, and the people were in the stadiums. And I've done videos when he's been speaking, and they have people in the videos that don't even fit in the videos. They're just like placed there. See, that was 7 days ago. And then Walmart, since around 2 years, and some other companies, they are making online virtual merchandise for you to wear inside the metaverse. The metaverse, just like a video game. If you have a video game and you got a home in the video game, you got an office, well, Walmart is literally, they got patents on articles of clothing, goods and services, whatever you need for your metaverse world. So do the other stores who sell merchandise. They got whatever. And then we came to the Borg. This is like a Borg-like structure in the sky, and it really does look like it at the observatories, you all. So this is wild. This is wild. This is really, and some of these, they don't give them very much attention, I guess, because of the nature of the information that's being shared. This world is wild, and the Borg is very intelligent. Then 1 day ago, I know we posted a lot. This looks really strange because in the background you can see cubes. I just noticed that. Like a net or something. This guy, from a distance, he looked like he was not human. like he was not human. But we was focusing on a lady. I changed the thumbnail. There was a lady that she had a green striped shirt and she looked totally out of place. Okay, so that was one day ago. And then some of these people don't have faces. This was during somebody was speaking at the UN and they panned in the audience, their face is totally gone. And some of these people, it looked like they too did not fit in. They didn't fit in. Now, granted, graphics weren't all that good. And then this is the SpaceX launch. The SpaceX launch, this video was done around 11 something at night. I changed the title of it to The Matrix because it better fits it. But when I clicked into the webcam taxi, the video was stuck on this right here. Totally stuck. But if you look at this video, you'll see that there's so much more going on. There was an enormous destruction happen. And if you look at the background, this looks like the effects of a green screen. If anybody has an OBS studio or you work with green screens, you know that you can make your stuff look like that, and you can put objects, you can make it look like you're there when you're actually not there because you can choose your backgrounds and stuff. It was really strange and really kind of realistic looking. So here we are again, you all. We're right here. Good morning, everyone, if you're just tuning in. This world is really, it's strange. It's really, really strange. And it's just not normal. It's just like, it's not normal. This is Lee Capigain creating, see, he wanted to create a level playing field, so he's with the WEF. And let me just say something about a level playing field. Our current president said it, has said it for years. So did the one before him. The one before this president, that president said it, and the one before him, he said it too. They're all parroting the same thing. Level the playing field, and they're following through. And this is the one thing right here. This is right there. They all answer to this right here, more or less. But we're not going to get into that. We're not, but that's how it started. These are people. And I want to ask something, you all. Let me ask. You see on his forehead how this looks like this? It really reminds me of the Klingons, like the Klingons on Star Trek. And I think he probably has something like that too. They remind me, the bone structure reminds me of Klingons. They do. So if anybody has any, I can't find any information on this type of structure on the head, except the only thing I've got to reference is the Star Trek and Worf, the Klingon, which he was very, straightforward and stuff like that. And it's strange. And, we started looking at this. This guy, literally, he is an empty soul. He sat there during Putin's speech the whole time. And then this woman is totally out of place right there. We've seen her in other photos. She is stuck there, and the guy next to her. So this woman is stuck there. He looks like he is totally out of place. And there were other people look like they were just pasted in the photos. Totally pasted in the photos that are all around. And there was Putin, and his hand doesn't look normal. It doesn't. He's on the stage. This is when his eye changed like that. I'm just going to try to show you all what I was how we got to where we got, you all, because this truly is important. Gina, honey, I was looking at all kinds of things. I was looking at plasma. I don't even know where this was at. Oh yeah, this is the big old thing of light. It rushed all the way, red light came all the way around the mountainside. We was at that right there. Are we trapped in a matrix of some sort, really? Let's see, now look at this. This is the gray screen again. This is at the observatory in Hawaii. We found this right here. We have found this exact same thing on a live webcam in San Francisco. There is a playlist on this channel called Live Webcams. And in the San Francisco landscape or the Los Angeles, the screen is grayed either down here or up there. And all you see is like the silhouette outline of a telephone pole that looks like it was graphically drawn in there, like graphics, you know, what do you call that? Oh, I don't know, that graphic design, and a bird that appears in the San Francisco landscape. And the bird, as it gets close to that, it turns into two little black cubes. And as it goes through the graphics that is drawn, then boom, the whole entire scene comes to life. This is the observatory in Hawaii. You can see the timestamp where that was at. I didn't show it. So that happened recently too. I'm thinking, are we trapped in some type of a matrix? Then we got the number 0 that's showing up, being blasted through from right here, and it's not your typical lens flare at all. It's not. That right there might be, but the 0, no, it's not your typical lens flare. I'm getting over to the stuff, y'all really am. Just give me one sec. Try to get there. See this right here, you all. This, look, there's something there. There's something in our skies, and it's not normal. And this right here, that shouldn't have popped up, but it popped up on the FAA webcam. And it does. It looked like a chromosome that just appeared out of nowhere. If we're living in a matrix, why couldn't that appear? Why couldn't something strange appear on there, since we've got really some strange occurrences that we've looked at just like at the very beginning, you all. We've had some really strange occurrences. We shouldn't see that on there. We shouldn't be seeing this like this. With the background, it's all messed up. The first time I started noticing stuff like this was the cubes in Tennessee. They were building the towers of the WeWork building in Tennessee, and then he doesn't have a face. His head is like a cone head, and then we have like squares that appear to be in the background. This is that again. And Walmart, everything's going into virtual merchandise, and Mr. Putin, and then he's got a square on his head, and his whole body, he had a gray hand and stuff. You all go check these out if you got the time. But that one right there is a clincher. Right there, that is a big clincher right there. Let me put this back to me. So are we trapped in a matrix? There are some that who really do feel that we are trapped in a matrix. But when you think about it, they wrote movies about the matrix. They have lots of movies about the matrix and stuff. And why did they write songs? Are you trapped in a matrix? Trapped in a matrix. Understanding the matrix and how to get out of it. It's as if humanity has been trapped inside a bubble for centuries, waiting for it to pop. Life's on autopilot. Are you trapped in the matrix? Are you trapped in it? How can we tell if we're stuck in a matrix? Then look at this, images of the matrix. Let's just look in there just to do it, just for a second. Look at this stream, trapped in a matrix. We're stuck in the matrix. We're stuck in here. Somebody help us get out of this matrix that we find ourselves into, trapped in the matrix. Are we trapped in the matrix? Trapped in the matrix. There's no way out. Why so many things? Why, really? Think about it. I didn't like that show. I couldn't even make sense out of it. I really couldn't. But it's like the virtual world, virtual reality, all of it, you all stuck in the matrix. And it does. Green, look, see, green, you do your grid, you do this and that, and all of that, you all. How would you get out? How would you get out? There's a difference between knowing the path and walking the path. So here we are again. And it's glitching out. It's totally glitching out. It's like the people in some of the movies, they have like a bubble and a dome, a glass dome is in one movie. I think it's Aeon Flux or something like that. Aeon Flux, AEON Flux. A disease has rampaged everything, and they've sterilized the people, and nobody's allowed to have a baby unless it's done in that thing up there in the sky. And the people, the souls are caught back. They were just in a big loop over and over and over. Long story short, the scientist and his wife that he had lost in centuries or years ago. Thank you, Jeff. Hi, honey. OBS, do you know about I'm not studying screen compression at all. So, and they break the dome above and they escape and they see the real world out of there. They see the real world out of there. Um, what I've shared, let me just tell this for the people who think, oh, it's a screen video suppression. It's not me. You've got to duplicate. You got to replicate. You got to prove. It falls on you to try to dismiss it, to try to prove it wrong. Really, how can you prove it wrong? It falls on you. It's not me. I present it. I present what I find. And you're going to have to come up with a logical explanation how this right here can happen. How something like this can happen. You're going to have to disprove it. Disprove it while the background stays the same and all of that. You're going to have to disprove. So, you may not like, there are people who may not like to even think about living in a matrix, because I'm going to tell you what, it'll mess with your mind. It'll turn your world upside down. Your world will get turned totally upside down, and no one wants to have their bubble popped, because we like the reality that we live in. We like the reality that we live in is what we like. So are we trapped in a matrix? That's the question that's out there. A lot of people do feel that we are trapped in a matrix. I'm not the only one. You can look around, and obviously Hollywood felt there was something to it too, because they wanted to make movies on the matrix. We have people, you know, they do it. They do it. But why? Ask yourself, why? Why even thinking about it? Why would this person right here say we're stuck in it? I don't know. Don't know. Don't know. Why would they make songs about it? Why does it feel like the world has been turned upside down? Why? You're not in Sheol right now. That's wonderful, because nobody wants to be in it right now, you all. We do not. And how can, it's like this. We're living in the real world right now. I feel like my surroundings around me are really real. They are real. They feel real. It's like the holodeck on Star Trek and stuff like this. It feels real. And then if you think about other dimensions, there are other dimensions. There are beings that come in and out of other dimensions. Okay, there are. And you get on the media, you don't know what you're looking at. You don't know if something is real or not. Then where did the deep fake come about? Where did the deep fakes come about? Now this is real. That's real too. Deep fake. That's real. They can literally make someone look as if they're real when they're not. They can replicate their voice. They can do it all. And why the need? Why the need? And we did a video on this also. Why the need for, this is weird. Why the need for, let's see if I can get it, you all. It was the other day. I think they've removed my video. I really think they might have. It was the lady about the brain implant. What happened? What happened to it? Remember it? It was just the other day. She was talking about the brain implant in your head where they're already wearing the hats on their head. Okay, it's this one. It's that one, you all. I think it was that one right there. They're already wearing hats on your head at workplaces. Monitor your train of thought is what they're doing. Seeing what you're thinking about. If your production slows down, they gonna find everything about you. They said we need biometric laws, you know, like human rights. We need to have the ability to not, oh, yeah, I think they removed my video. I really do. You remember which video I'm talking about? We're here now. The video that I was talking about they have removed it. Wait, no, here it is right here. Not in my lifetime. That's the video. Not in my lifetime, with the lady and the brain implants. This was her right here. The battle for your brain. The battle for your brain. Go watch that, because this is real. They can get inside your brain with the World Economic Forum. This was just happened recently. She was very happy about the technology. She said, if we don't get it right, this will be the worst, the most oppressive regime that you've ever had on the earth. You will not have right to your own thoughts. Privacy of thought, that's all gone. That's all gone with this technology. And she gave a prediction between 1 year, 5 year, and 10 years of what's going to happen to your brain. She did. And people may think, oh, this is all make-believe. Nothing's going to happen. They can get inside your brain and they can tell what you're thinking about. They can tell what you're thinking about inside your brain. They can sense your emotions. If you're thinking about a person, they can literally, they have the technology where they can put the face of the person that you're thinking about inside your brain. Would you? And they said, and she brought up, do you want your employers knowing everything about you? But there are employers who are going to mislead it, you all. So this would fall right into a virtual world too. A virtual world, like a matrix-like thing. And she wasn't too happy. She was kind of happy, but not too happy. Kind of happy, but not too happy in this. So do we live in a matrix? Well, I'll say this from surfing the webcams around the world and in my backyard just last week, zooming up on the clouds. I thought, I'm going to look at these clouds with my Nikon camera. I was looking through it and I literally saw the cloud glitch. It jerked. One section of the cloud jerked and jerked back. Then I sat there and thinking, did I just see what I think I saw? And then I filmed it in that area again. And sure enough, the cloud itself in the physical sky glitched. It glitched. So either we have an intelligent species up there that's kind of shorting out, or we're in some type of matrix-like thing. Something's going on, and it really does. It feels like, let me do this right here. Second, just one moment, you all. Okay, just one moment, you all. Don't come in here. Let me tell you what, let me tell you something. You cannot use your super chat, your money, to try to get my attention. I'm not going to, I just blocked that person who thinks he can throw me $5 and I'm going to pay attention to his comment. No, I don't have anything like that enabled where I have to pay attention to your comment if you throw money at me. I don't. I do not have a subscription to this channel, you all. Don't come in here thinking you're going to try to not open your eyes and look at it from the point of view that we're looking at, and only want to get your point of view because you want your thing in green for people to leak. Applebrooks, honey, you know I did. That's right. No, your money is not going to fly with me. I don't need your money. I just want to tell you right now. Look at me. Do you look like I need that money? No, I don't want that money. It doesn't matter what it was. You're interrupting this conversation about the matrix. You don't want people to think about the matrix because perhaps maybe you don't like the matrix. You don't even like to entertain. There's people who do not want to entertain the thought that, yes, there possibly is some type of a matrix out there. They don't want to, because it's going to literally shatter their reality. And they can't handle that, because what would be left of the person? Really, what would you have to look forward to? If you think about it, because thinking, well, if I'm just a hologram or something, but I don't like to think of myself like that, and I don't want you all to think of yourself like that too. There still is hope. Okay, we can be objective and we can look at this matrix thing because we've been looking at it on the live webcams. People have been studying it. Some people have their YouTube channels and they seeing this stuff going on. Something's not adding up. Something is not adding up at all. Something is coming. And why would Walmart, just think about it, why would Walmart want to create virtual merchandise? They want to create it for the metaverse, for the world that people will live in. And who will live in that world? Who will live in that world? Really think about it. And then what's in the sky? I read somewhere one time, I did, that this world got really destroyed, some kind of sci-fi thing. This world got so destroyed and they had to create like a simulation or something until they could try to fix it or something. And the people surroundings, they'd live in it. But then this doesn't make sense. But then there was someone else said, you have a choice if you want to go into that world and experience all of that, or you can stay where you're at without going into that reality, and you can be in the real world. Yeah, 15-minute cities and stuff like that, you all. No, it adds up. It adds up, you all. It does. So there's something going on. There's something about the matrix, and there are people who are in denial. There's people who are in denial because they cannot explain this right here. They cannot explain this. They cannot duplicate that. There is no way somebody is going to duplicate this right here. No way. And if they cannot duplicate it, then they might want to look outside the box and start reprogramming their mind to what they have been programmed. Look outside the box, because this world is not what you've been told. It's not what you think it is. You're going to expand. You're going to have to expand your horizons. Expand your horizons. Because it's wild. It's wild. No. And why did they make those deep fakes? There's been so many warnings about AI. In fact, this has been suggested too. Let's just set off a controlled nuclear whatever so we can stop AI. So we can stop the advancement of AI because there are powers that be that are scared to death of AI, and they want to try to stop its advancement. So they have entertained the thought of using that type of weapon to stop the advancement of AI, because if they don't, the ones in power who were really wanting the control is going to be stripped from their hands, totally stripped from their hands. And this level playing field that they're talking about, let's level the playing field, it's going to be completely leveled, and they're going to be part of that leveling. See, that's what it's about. They cannot stop what they have opened the door to. What they have opened the door to is much more powerful than they are, and they hope that they can stop it, but there is no stopping it. They can't put it back. They opened up that Pandora box, and they can't shut it. They can't shut it, you all. And as a result, humanity now has to live in a world in which they allowed this type of advancement. Let's just hope that we have some good AI out there. Let's hope that we do that is really for humanity, some good forces, because I know there is. Where you got good, you got bad. Let's hope, even if it's a handful of good, let's hope that this handful of good can make a change in our world. The ones who did all of this, who did all the evil stuff, no, I don't really care about them at this point. I'm not lying. I don't care about the evil entities that brought about all the evil on this earth. I don't care about them. Gina, well, that's not love. I'm sorry. It wasn't love that was shown to us. It was utter discontent. They don't like the human race. They're not happy with the human race. They don't. They want their own race of beings. Well, they're going to get everything they wanted and all that goes to it, and they're going to lose the power that they have. Their grip of power is going to be literally ripped from their hands. Ripped from their hands, and they know it. And I don't want to go on no tantrum, you all, but this world is changing, and there is something wrong, something other than the powers that be is starting to solidify its power. It's literally taking the power away from them, and they don't like it. There'll be nowhere that they can run or hide. No, you can't. They're not going to be able to hide from what is coming. They're not going to be, because it will find them. It will find them no matter where they're at, and even their thoughts, their darkest thoughts, will be made known by this power that is coming. And they won't even have to have anything in their head. This power that is coming, it's going to read their thoughts. It's going to read everything about them. It's going to know what they're going to do before they're even going to do it. It's coming. It is coming. And that hole that they dug for us, they are going to be the ones who's fallen in that hole. A lot of us may not survive, but some of us will. And it's good to stand up for good. Okay, it is. It's good for a good cause. Don't stand up for a bad cause, you all. Don't do it. Don't stand up for a bad cause at all, because something's coming and it's more powerful, and they can't harness it. They cannot control it. They can't. And there's people who do not want to have their bubble popped. So don't come on here throwing super chats so you can have your comment lit up in green or whatever it is, because it doesn't fly with me. No, I'm not doing it for that. No, I love people. People matter. When I started off sharing pictures of ships in the sky, light ships, and all of that. I was not to be in contact with any type of organization at all. I was not. None of them. I knew it. And so I have not been. I have not. I only did like one interview. I will not be doing no interviews. I won't. I try to entertain the thought, but I'm not supposed to. I'm not. That's why you don't see me on any other platforms. Nothing. You won't. You won't. You will. It's not for me. I'm here for you. I am. I'm here for the people. Directly to the people. That's right, you all. So you all can. I want to encourage you all to research yourself and learn what to look for. And don't take my word for it. Do not. Don't take my word for anything. Don't. My mother always told me, read for yourself. Find out for yourself. You can't always believe everything you hear or see, because if you start listening to certain things, you're going to start thinking like those certain things, you all. And it's okay to talk with each other and stuff like that, but just be so very careful. There's something wrong, and the media is in. You can't believe what you see anymore. They made it to where they could take me. They literally could take me. Take a digital me and have a digital me doing and saying things that's totally not me. And they can do it to you too. That's right. So are we stuck in a matrix? There's people who feel that we are stuck in a matrix. There's a lot of people who feel like we're trapped in one. There's been a lot of subject matters. There's been a lot of talk on it. How can we tell if we are? Philosophical discussions, philosophicals. Trapped in the matrix, instrumental. Yeah, so you're not the only one. I'm not the only one. There's lots of people out there. Movies. We can't see it, but we're all trapped in the matrix. We're matrix. Well, if we're trapped in the matrix, we're going to make the best of it. We are. We're going to make the best of this matrix that we're trapped in. If we are, we're going to make it as if it's the real world, you all. It's our world that we're living in. The world around you is in your control. It is. The space around me is in my control. Your space around you is in your control. So make the best of it, regardless if this is some type of a matrix, because something's not right. And when you look on the live webcams or even things like that, it's not right. No, you shouldn't see what you're seeing. Okay, I got it. I'm done. I am done, you all. I'm done. So I'm going to go, but check out those videos, you all, really. I've done a lot of videos on this channel, and I did one last night. And if you come to that main page right here, it's going to show you the past live streams that I've done. And I do around 4 videos a day. So 4 times 7 is 28. 4 times 7 is 28 is what it is. Yeah. 4 times 7 is 28. I'm going to hop off of here, you all. I am. So thank you. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello. From my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your morning, you all. Love you. And I just want you to know, I don't like having to block people. Okay, I don't. I do not like having to do that. But if I have to, I will, regardless if somebody's doing a super chat or not. Okay. Yeah. I just want to be respected. That's right. And I don't want this live chat hijacked. Okay, I don't. Have a wonderful rest of your morning. You all. Love you.